Good morning. Years ago when I was very young, I got introduced to soccer, football, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I loved playing the game, just getting out and kicking the ball around. It was great. The team I was in for a couple of years when I was very young wasn't much of a team. We never had a proper coach. There were older players from the club who came and gave their time when they could, but between work and playing themselves, it was difficult. Parents chipped in and friends of parents, but there was no coach to organise us, to teach us the basics of the game. We learned bits and pieces, but not enough. We hardly won any games. And I remember the first game we won, there were tears on the sideline from these mums, long-suffering mums. When I was about 8, after the season, a friend of my parents, whose son, I guess, had a similar but different experience in a different club, he decided he wanted to get into coaching. He played himself and he went off and did some courses. And he invited a group of us to come and train in the off-season, to come and learn some new skills and give it a go. Would I like to do it? I jumped at the opportunity. I loved playing. Anytime I'd go anywhere to play soccer. Over that 2 or 3 months, we learned a whole lot of new things. I learned how to kick properly, to trap, to pass the ball, to defend and tackle and play in a position. And we learned so much. I learned more in that 2 or 3 months than I'd learned in the previous 2 or 3 years. I just had a ball. And at the end of it, through our parents, he invited us each to come and join this new team he was forming. And Mum and Dad asked me, and I said, yeah, I would love to. And it was the beginning of a great journey of learning how to play more deeply and better, a higher level, of being more competitive, of learning positional play and learning so much more. It was a great journey. Mr. McCarthy was the best coach I ever had. It was great. And in effect, what he was doing in that training was come and see, come and have a go, come and see what I'm on about and see if you want to be part of it. And we did, and it was great. And that notion of come and see is a phrase we use often, come and see what's happening down the road or next door, or come and see this new thing I've bought, or the new band in town, or come and see. Come and see. Don't just believe me, come and see for yourself. And it's that kind of a theme that permeates through the first part of John's story of Jesus, where the disciples, Andrew and others are disciples of John, they've come and they've seen him in the river preaching and proclaiming, and they've wanted a piece of what he's talking about. They're yearning, he's touched them. Come and see, and they do, and they respond, and they're baptised, and they follow. But he says, I'm only preparing the way for the one who will come. The way of the one who is greater than I. And one day they're walking along and he points him and says, there, that's the one, Jesus. He is the one who comes. He's the one. And so Andrew and others go and follow Jesus for the day to see what it's about. And at the end he talks to them. What are you after? Come and see. Come and see for yourself whether I'm the one that speaks into your heart, to your life, to your spirit, to your soul. Come and see. Come and give it a go. And they do. And then Andrew goes and gets his brother Simon and a friend Philip. Come and see who I found, the Messiah, the one sent by God. Come and see. And they do. And Philip then goes and invites another friend, Nathaniel, the only one with a proper Jewish name. The others have got Hellenistic names. And he's got the proper Jewish posture. He's sitting beneath a fig tree, reading the scriptures probably. It's the Jewish posture of prayer and study. Come and see, he says. Come and see the Messiah who we found, this son of Joseph of Nazareth. What good could come out of Nazareth, says Nathaniel. Come and see, says Philip. Come and see for yourself. So they get up and go, and Jesus meets them on the road and he says, I behold a Jew, a good upright Jew in whom there is no deceit or guile. I saw you sitting beneath a fig tree. And Nathaniel says, but you saw me and you know me? Yeah, come and see, come and follow. Come and see what I'm on about. And he does. And this sense of Nathaniel being seen and known and invited into this journey is really what it's all about. Come and see for yourself. Come and experience for yourself. It's a personal invitation. Jesus sees him and knows him. I mean, there are probably many things you could say about Nathaniel. His arrogance, his prejudice, his whatever. But there are probably other good things you can say as well. But he picks the thing that is special to Nathaniel. You're a good, upright Jew in whom there is no guile and deceit. And Nathaniel is moved. When Mr. McCarthy invited me to come and play in his soccer team, I said yes for two reasons. Not just because it was a good team, it was a good group of guys. I would learn so much, it was fun. I knew I would learn and I would grow. That was a primary reason. But it was also because Mr. McCarthy had seen something in me and trusted me. And I'm not sure, looking back, what he saw in this little blonde kid who ran fast and who could dribble a bit, but mainly with one foot, who couldn't kick properly, who didn't have the basic skills, know how to play in a position. But he saw something in me, some potential, something he could work with. And he gave me a go. He trusted me. And I wanted that. I appreciated that. And I think we all look for that. We want to be seen and known for who we are, and invited into what we can become. And this week is a beautiful Psalm 139 in which the psalmist says, God, where can I go to escape you? Wherever I go, to the highest heights or the deepest depths, to the furthest reaches of even space, you're there. Your presence, your love, your grace surround me. Whatever I do, you're there. And you know me deeply and intimately. You knew me when I was formed in my mother's womb. You know my thoughts before they even happen. You know the words before they're formed on my lips. You know my deepest intentions, and you know my deepest strengths and faults and failures. You know me intimately, and you love me. And you want me to be the best I can be. And you invite me into this new and deeper way. And that's what Jesus was doing with Peter or Simon, who became Peter, and Andrew and Nathaniel and Philip and others, these disciples, and anyone who he encountered. Come and see what I'm on about. Come and see this love of God. Come and see this God who is ever present. Come and see into this deeper mystery of love. And follow. There's a story that I really love I read again this week. It's a woman who's sitting in her husband's room. He's not well, he's been seriously ill, moving between life and death, and the day's been long and hard as have the days and weeks before, where there's beautiful moments of lucidity, but others of delusion, and then a lot of just quiet sleeping. And here it is in the early hours of the morning, and he's finally peacefully asleep. And in the darkness and the quietness of the night, the emotion wells up within her, and she knows she just needs to get out of the room and escape and find some solitude. And so she walks out into the corridor and walks along looking for somewhere private. And she passes the lifts and thinks, well, no one's going to be using them at this hour of the night. So in she goes and presses the button, and up she goes, and down and up and down. And as she's ascending and descending, the emotion pours out, and she weeps and sobs and cries, and the pain of this experience, all the prayers and hopes and dreams and all that she's been through. And then she hears this soft ping, and the door opens, and in walks this man. And as the door's opening, she's trying to hide a face, and he walks in and he presses the button for his floor, and then he turns around and gently reaches into his pocket and pulls out a handkerchief neatly folded, and quietly passes it over with a knowing smile and a nod. And then he looks down. And then the lift stops and the doors open. And he looks up and he gives a smile and a nod. And walks out. And in that moment she feels a deep sense of presence, of love. She knows she's not alone in her journey, that this man has seen her and known her, and knows her pain. He doesn't know the story of her husband, but he knows what she's going through. And she knows that he knows. And she knows that she is not the only one in this world suffering and struggling. But deeper than that, she feels this deep presence of the God she's been praying to, this mystery of love and grace surrounding her. And she knows in that moment that she'll be okay, whatever happens. And she goes back to the room, and the first lights of pre-dawn morning are starting to fill the sky gently. And she knows that God is with her. And as she tells the story, she speaks of being able to share this light and this love with others. For others, come and see. Come and see what I've experienced, what I know. Come and see this God who loves and knows you and wants the best for you. And that's the invitation of Jesus to us. Come and see. Come and see for yourself this love of God. Experience of yourself. Reach into it and know it. And know that you are seen and known and loved. And nothing